Hello. Anudeep?
Sir.
Yeah, what about others?
ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేశాను వస్తాను వాళ్ళకి మెసేజ్ పెట్టినాను
Yeah, okay, good. So,
వాళ్ళకు
Jason, I
వాళ్ళని
have
కాల్
shared
చేసి
the
ఇన్ఫార్మ్
screen with
చేస్తాను
you
నేను సార్.
so that you can share the screen and you can start the session. So, let's wait for 2 or 3 members. Yeah. Jason, can you start the session?
Yeah, I was waiting. So another was telling he was trying to reach to some of his friends to join it. So I was waiting. Anudeep, can I start?
No, no, you can start it. You can start the session, no
Okay.
problem. So whoever
Okay.
can join in the middle of the session, they will go through the first 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Prasad. Yeah. Hi, team. As we are going to the cybersecurity demo session, so let me introduce myself. Myself, Jaisimha Reddy. I'm into cybersecurity domain from working from last 9+ years experience. I'm into worked into multiple domains like network security, endpoint security, and next coming to cloud security, application security, as well as incident response security. These are all comes under cyber security, multiple domains. I've been like I worked on OT security as well. OT is also one kind of new security. Has been multiple big organization has been opting for OT security. That I'll later come on. And coming to my tools and things, I think once we start the session, I'll get to know what kind of tools and all things. This basic introduction about myself and my career background. And this, I'm moving to next. So this same thing. This was like basic introduction of myself. I'm having a 9+ years experience, and I'm into have been certified with these particular some of the certifications, basic certifications and cloud certifications and forensic certifications. And my main passion for this training purpose is to um, share my knowledge to a couple of people from the same industry so that they can get some knowledge like what is scenarios outside, how people are like um, getting done fraudulent with the cyber insurance, and how productive we are be there. It might be the personal and company wise, and I want to motivate them. And we have a bright future in cybersecurity, and this will be the next evergreen. And cybersecurity is one of the top seven most evergreen domains, comparing with artificial intelligence, data science, robotics, and machine learning, cloud. Yeah, these are like multiple hot domains in the market, and cybersecurity is one of the part of it. And I think as I was aware that you people are from cybersecurity domain, so you will have some kind of basic knowledge on that. So anyhow, I'll go through what is cybersecurity, basic definition. Nothing but actually the by name itself, we can tell like we are securing whatever the things we are doing over the cyber. Cyber is basically called as like internet. Whatever we do, browse, we do the share data, upload data, download data, everything what we do, access internet, that is called as cyber. We are protecting that security using security. We have multiple processes, we have multiple technologies, we have multiple multi-layered tools where we can place them, how we can protect our organization data or client data from cyber security. The main motto of cyber security is to protect networks, user data, and prevent from the damages. It might be the ransomware attacks where they attack your company for some data, and um, they'll do encryption of your data and they'll ask for ransom amount. So our main intention was to get get the things in a proper way. So that's where we mainly focus into cybersecurity to protect hardware, software, any kind of data. That is, we are dealing with it. And if you're okay in Telugu also, I can explain. If anyone have any issues with English, I can please let me know. I can cover up it in Telugu also. Not a problem. Okay. Okay. And moving to the main key aspects of the cybersecurity. So basically, as I mentioned earlier, cybersecurity, we have multiple domains. Cybersecurity is not only one team or a single person can deal and protect your company data from attackers. It is mixture of teams, multiple teams working together. Main thing cybersecurity depends how much fast we act upon the incidents. The the time taken to react to the incident and resolution, that's where we are in almost off of the success in that cyber incident, dealing the cyber incident, because the more time you take and recognize that our tools, either our tools fail to recognize and it takes time to that, the loss whatever to be happen, it will be happen. So the main thing when we are dealing with the cyber security, the main uh, is constraint is time, the how fast we react, that's where. So here we have multiple domains involved to deal any cybersecurity instance. Some instance may require all teams to be involved to deal it. Something only required only if it is endpoint related issues, maybe endpoint team can take it care of. So if I go to main domains in cybersecurity, we have 8 domains. Coming to information security domain, basically the cybersecurity works on one framework, CIA. CA basically, I think if known, if you are from cybersecurity background, you might have heard. CA is nothing but like confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So confidentiality in the sense whatever the data is stored should be accessed with access to the only selected person. Suppose example, I'll take example. If you have some website, suppose you take facebook.com, you have created account in Facebook. So you are accessing Facebook account with your login credentials. So that means that is a confidentiality that Facebook domain is giving to you. That means you have login credentials, you are entering. If it is proper, then it is allowing you to login. That means the confidentiality they're creating. The persons who have access to that particular website, those only allowed. If suppose the person who doesn't have access, they cannot access to that site. That is the confidentiality in real practical terms. I'm telling. Integrity. Whatever the data, once you log into Facebook, you might have uploaded your stories, your anything, any kind of things, posts, anything. Whatever the data inside that account, it is not altered. That means it is not like if someone has logged into your account, they change the integrity ante basically whatever the data you posted, it should be as it is. There will be nothing changed by any third person. That is what we call it as integrity. And availability. Availability in the sense the facebook.com website should be available for 24 into 7, 365 days. Means the services should be available for any user. That is, these are the three pillars where cybersecurity mainly works: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These are is called as CAA trade. Any security, cybersecurity works on these three things. Hope I think it is I understand. If anyone have any doubts, you can raise your voice. You can ask in between. Not a problem. Okay. And that is what the thing first I explained is comes out as a information security. Using all these things, we are protecting the data, whether it is in stored state or it is in transmitting stage. And next thing is main next domain will come network security. Network security, network security mainly deals with network devices. Example: firewalls, load balancers, switch, and routers. The whatever the routers we use in our mobile, like in homes, Wi-Fi's, those are called as routers. Switches for transmitting data, network firewalls traffic to come to internal or go external. Mainly, it will firewalls will deal that thing. To whom to allow and to whom to not to allow. And load balancers to share the load equal in between multiple servers. So these things comes under network security. And we have some other things. These domain mainly focus into networking. The hardware, if we come into technical terms, these deals with hardware devices. Hardware devices, as such, they will have applications, software applications, both, which is related to networking. And next, moving into third domain, endpoint security. Endpoint security is nothing but antiviruses in our systems. How we install our antivirus endpoints, we will have some antivirus install in network level antivirus will be there, host level antivirus will be there. So here what we do main protection with this antivirus is network security. If someone bypass firewalls with some loophole and they come, when they try to get into any one of the user, the main thing is they will get focus into stealing the data. That's where the endpoint security comes into action. So if any unknown file get downloaded or any kind of activity happens in your mission, these antivirus tools will detect them. Earlier it was antivirus tools. Now everything is changed and we call them as EDR and XDR. EDR is nothing but endpoint detection and response. So those earlier basically antivirus works on only traditional. If they have some signature, it will see, okay, this file is good or not. If it is good, it will allow. If it is bad, it won't allow. But if doesn't have that signature, then the issue will come. That again will take it into next session. So these basically the endpoint devices will be protected using antivirus EDR tools on the missions. It deals with any mobile devices or personal laptops, office computers, everything. And next level is next domain is application security. So application security in the sense, as I give an example, we have facebook.com. So Facebook application should be maintained backend. Application team will be there from Facebook side. So they will be continuously patching the application. If any vulnerability is there, they'll patch. Patches in the sense here, సింపుల్ టర్మ్స్ లో చెప్పాలంటే అప్డేట్స్. మన యాప్స్ కి ఏవైతే అప్డేట్స్ ఉంటాయో దానిలోనే మనం ప్యాచెస్ అంటాం. సో their application team will check for vulnerabilities. They'll update patches regularly. They'll secure that application day to day wise. Applications, if they are vulnerable for any SQL attacks కానీ, క్రాస్ స్క్రిప్టింగ్ అటాక్స్ కానీ, మ్యాన్ ఇన్ మిడిల్ అటాక్స్ కానీ, చాలా మల్టిపుల్ అటాక్స్ ఉంటాయి, సైబర్ అటాక్స్. అవి వాళ్ళ అప్లికేషన్ మీద రాకుండా they will take care if everything is proper, all things are patched properly or not. These teams deal with purely into application security. And moving to cloud security, as you know, like from last 1 decade, most of the companies are moving into cloud because of cost optimization. Because earlier we are using on-prem ante in our own office, having one data center with physical servers. Those are called as on-prem data centers. Those are little costly. So compared to cloud security, what they done is they moved these servers will be hosted in centralized place. It might be any reason, it might be the US or Mumbai, anywhere will host there, will uh, take the space how much you want, utilize services and pay for that. That's where the cost optimization with cloud thing. So people started to move all infrastructure into cloud. So cloud also should be protected. See, we cannot tell that cloud. So we hosted all the services into cloud. Though suppose I hosted all my services into Amazon or Azure, Microsoft, they will take care. It is not like that. They will have some security team. They have to give security to applications what are hosted in infrastructure. That's deal with cloud security. Next, coming to identity access management. As I earlier mentioned, there will be some accounts created for any application or any websites or anything. Those access part will be maintained in IAM. In the meaning, suppose if you people are there, if I have launched any website, I can providing access. It is like providing access to all people to access my website. So to do changes, level of access, what level of access I can give, whether you can have write access or only read access, you have any permission to alter the data or not. Those things, everything will be managed in IAM. It is like active directory. If you tell it like active directory, like who have access, who can access, and what they have access. That is dealt by identity access management. And next thing is disaster recovery and business continuity. Nothing but suppose if we have our on-prem data center, because of some power issues, power outages, my server got shut down. So my Facebook application is hosted in that server. People who are accessing clients, they're trying to access facebook.com, but because of power outage, server is down, they cannot access. That's where we see regular outages. We see on the internet, like Instagram was out, Facebook was out. That's why. So in this disaster situation also, we have to give availability. That's what I told. Cybersecurity works mainly on the availability of the data. So if one data center is down, immediately have to have secondary plan to get other data center up and accessible. It should be in fraction of seconds or fraction of minutes. When you can provide that kind of service to any customer, then they will take your services. That's what, like if you have regular issues with your website, no one can show interest on you. This is basically this disaster recovery business continuity. And last thing is security operations center. So basically any security person once they get into knowledge, the entry part of security team is the security operation center. Suppose once you're done with the course and if you want to get into cybersecurity domain jobs, this is the first team to go. These are the initial team. First team, they get the incidents, they take care till end. There will be L1, L2, L3. They'll detect they'll monitor 24/7. They'll see any alerts comes. They'll see the analysis and they'll respond to mitigate it. This is SOC team. And moving to next part. So we gone through what is cybersecurity now and why we want cybersecurity. That is next thing. As I mentioned earlier, main thing is to protect our sensitive data. It might be your sensitive data or company data, any other data. Next, business continuity చెప్పాను కదా, బిజినెస్ కంటిన్యూటీ చేయాలి. Next, financial losses. Even banks will have cyber security teams. They require more cyber security professionals because it deals with money. If some small error, kind of attacks, it can lead to company reputation where entire organization or bank can go bankrupt in 1 day or 2 days. If suppose any big cyber attacks happens on that and there is a final loss, there will be full loss for the entire organization. So there it is required, and we have legally compliant in the sense like we have some rules, PCI, HIPAA, and some other thing. Each region will have a different kind of laws. That means securing data, storing data should be followed according to government laws. That is called legally compliant laws. And next, we have to be more evolving threats. There will be new kind of attacks every day coming. We have to learn them, understand them, how hackers are coming, how attackers are attacking new threats, and prepare defense against to them. That's what new with the new threats, new whatever the threats are coming, go against, get some defense system properly and fight. That's where we require. Next thing, trust and reputation. Example, same it is similar to the banks. If they can give trust that our bank is very secure, then only the clients come and they will open the accounts. There also it is required. And government data, protect national and critical infrastructure, kind of our power plants, other data, government data, any data, and remote working and cloud adoption. People who are working in remote during the COVID time, their systems are they should have cyber security required during that time also because companies they cannot give their laptops to employees without any security in that, so that it will be risk because some users may connect with the pen drives and it may get infected. So that's what this is like where we have cyber security, why cyber security is required mainly. And moving to next, and where it is used mainly. I think in the previous slides I covered most of the topics. You can go through it. As I mentioned, banking and finance. Cybersecurity is required. Healthcare industry, whatever if you know, even India is moving all healthcare data into applications. Earlier we don't have. We were like dealing with the paperwork. Now everything is systemized and it is protected. We need cybersecurity over there. E-commerce, like our online sites, Flipkart, Amazon, those things and all. We required security for that as well. Government websites and government data, military things and all. Cloud thing, cloud cloud providers we required cybersecurity, and social media entertainment platforms. It might be the Netflix, Amazon, or Facebook, Instagram, anything. And telecommunication, it is like our network operators. It might be the Airtel or anything kind of operators. OT security, as I mentioned, OT security. The manufacturing, earlier it was manual kind of work we are mainly focused. Now manufacturing has been shifted towards automation. So when we are using automation for manufacturing, obviously they're not all systems are not connected to internet, but some systems like SCADA, PLC, there are some devices, those will be connected to internet, and those will run based on the user program commands. So if any commands or if any user get compromised who are dealing with these devices, he can take the entire access of that particular manufacturing plant and he can stop it. He can do any commands. That's where it is very critical dealing with OT security. When we are dealing, even it is very cost effective. That's why major big companies they'll opt for OT security. I worked in OT security. I worked for a one brewery company, basically beer company. It is world's biggest beer company. So I have exposure to OT security. It is like so critical. Even one small piece of attack, it can stop entire plant and it can cause some crores of loss per day. There also we required security. And last thing is transportation. Like we are getting automatic vehicles. Even if you go to foreign countries, we have automatic locks also, door lock systems, everything. Those also should be given security. We cannot take it as a granted. If automation car is there, if it will work, it doesn't. It is also running with internet. If someone hack that particular program and if they do something, they cannot take it. It is also critical part. So this is where the majority, 95% of services running outside require cybersecurity in a current generation. And as I mentioned, career opportunities, we have multi-level career opportunities, like from entry level to mid-level advanced. So you, as I mentioned earlier, once you get trained on the cybersecurity, once you get knowledge basics, the first step you get into as a L1 entry level is into security analyst or SOC analyst. So you will be dealing with L1 incidents. You get some incidents, get into check into that and see what is required and escalate to L2 level. That's what next level. Mid level, you have if you have some good knowledge into pen testing, threat hunting, then you get into that field. It is also having a lot of bright future in pen testing and threat hunting. And advanced, you if you reach to architect level or CISO manager level, you have to design the system of that particular company. Which device should be placed in where to give more protection to data. And specialization, as I mentioned, if you into cloud, you have interest into cloud, you can learn full cloud and you can give provide work as a cloud security analyst, application security, forensic, other things. These are the career opportunities. Um, and this is the course content. Once after this will be the next level of course. What we go into deep. Whatever I given the demo, I just covered the sample because I don't want to take more data into an initial session and make you burden. So I this is the content mainly I am covering. I'll cover networking basics, we cover threats, vulnerabilities, what are different kind of cyber attacks, how they will attack, how to prevent, how to defend them, and what are the security tools I am using. Hands on, I'll show them what is pen testing and ethical hacking, what are the differences, what is mainly what is the career opportunity for them, SOC operations, and laws, what are the policies, each government, each country will have different laws. That also will cover. And we have final project, like we'll be giving some tasks, assignments to them, sample attacks and how you analyze from your end, that part will be taking care. And this course content. And I think I'm done. I'm leaving as a question hour to you. You can ask anyone have, it is like feel free. I am expecting it is like interaction session. As I mentioned, if you're not comfortable with English, you can ask me in Telugu. I'll teach in Telugu, not a problem for me. I'm also from Telugu background. So nothing to hide because no one ever like as a sorry, you're passing out from college. It doesn't mean you require a full level of English knowledge to understand. If someone asks to teach in Telugu, they'll think in different way. That is nothing. I don't have any such kind of things. I'm ready to explain in Telugu also. You can ask questions. And I want from you like what kind of is it like session is how the session was is helpful or not? What kind of more things you are expecting from my side? And if you have any doubts, you can question you can open up.
Hello. Yeah. So this is Prasad. మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా, అంటే మీకు ఎలాంటి కంటెంట్ కావాలి, లైక్ ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మాడ్యూల్స్ కావాలి, మీరు ఎలా థింక్ చేస్తున్నారు, అంటే ప్రజెంట్ మీకు దేని మీద నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంది సైబర్ సెక్యూరిటీలో, ఇంకా మీరు ఎలాంటి కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఏంటి ఏమి అనే దాని మీద మీరు క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగాలంటే యూ కెన్ గో అహెడ్. అండ్ ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే, మీకు ఏదైనా పర్టికులర్ కాన్సెప్ట్, సో వెన్ హీఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు టీచ్, మీకు అది అర్థం కాకపోతే యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ హిమ్ టు టీచ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు ఆల్సో. అంటే మీకు తెలుగులో అర్థం అవ్వడానికి, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇందాక ఒక అప్లికేషన్ డిస్కస్ చేసినట్టు, లైక్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ లో కానీ, లేదంటే కనుక హెల్త్ కేర్ లో కానీ, లేదంటే కనుక బ్యాంకింగ్ ఇన్సూరెన్స్ కానీ, లేదంటే కనుక సో ఇలా రకరకాల డొమైన్స్ లో ఒక్కొక్క వేలో ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తారు ఏంటి ఏమైనా. అలానే మీరు మీ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్, అంటే మీకు సైబర్ సెక్యూరిటీ పైన ఎంతవరకు లెవెల్ ఉంది, దానికి బియాండ్ దట్ మీరు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు ఏంటి అనేసి. అంటే ఈ కోర్స్ ఎలాగా అంటే, మేము ఎలా డిజైన్ చేస్తున్నామంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ మిమ్మల్ని వచ్చేసి ఒక ఒక సీనియర్ లెవెల్లో ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వడానికే ట్రై చేస్తున్నాం అనమాట. బట్ మీ క్యాపబిలిటీ ఏంటనేది మాకు తెలిస్తేనే మేము ఫర్దర్ గా ప్రొసీడ్ అవ్వడానికి ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. కాబట్టి మీకు ఏమైనా ఇప్పుడు డౌట్స్ లేకపోయినా తర్వాత అయినా సరే, మీరు ఈ రికార్డెడ్ వీడియో నేను షేర్ చేయమన్నా షేర్ చేస్తాను. ఎలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా మీరు నోట్ చేసుకొని తర్వాత అడుగుతానన్నా కూడా మీకు అడగండి. ఇంకొక సెషన్ నేను ప్లాన్ చేస్తాను. బట్ ఇప్పుడు ప్రెసెంట్ మీరు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ అడగాలనుకున్నా కూడా అడగండి.
సార్ అబౌట్ ల్యాబ్ సెషన్స్ ప్రాక్టికల్స్ జరుగుతాయా లేకుంటే ఆన్లైన్ మోడ్? సైబర్ సెక్యూరిటీలో లైనక్స్ సిస్టమ్స్ లో ప్రాక్టికల్స్ చేస్తాం కదా, సో అవి
అదే అదే
ల్యాబ్
ప్రాక్టికల్స్
వైస్
అంటున్నారు
ఉంటాయా
కదా మీరు.
లేకుంటే
సో యు ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ అబౌట్ ప్రాక్టికల్స్ రైట్? అంటే మీకు థియరీ ఒకటే కాదు, హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ ఉంటుంది. హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ అంటే సో మీకు సార్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. సో జైసింగ్ యూ కెన్
ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉండాలా?
Yeah, Anudeep, I think Prasad, I'll answer this. Anudeep, ఎలా అంటే లైక్ సపోజ్ మా దగ్గర డే టు డే డైలీ డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అటాక్స్ వస్తుంటాయి. ఫిషింగ్ అటాక్స్ కానీ,
ఓకే.
ఎండ్ పాయింట్ మీద అటాక్స్ కానీ, అప్లికేషన్ మీద అటాక్స్ కానీ. సో సినారియో బేస్ ఉంటే సపోజ్ ఫిషింగ్ అటాక్ ఉంది. నేను ఒక ఫిషింగ్ మెయిల్ శాంపుల్ అసైన్మెంట్కి ఇచ్చేస్తాను మీకు. ఇచ్చేసి దాంట్లో అసలు ఇది ఫిషింగ్ మెయిల్ ఎలా కనుక్కోవాలి. సో దీస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అసైన్మెంట్స్ విల్ అసైన్. అంటే maybe some required sensitive data ఉంటే some data we cannot get outside also. Those things I'll explain with detail step by step what we done, మనం ఎలా దాన్ని అనలైజ్ చేసాము, ఎలా మిటిగేట్ చేసాము, దాన్ని మిటిగేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత లెసన్ అంటే ఏంటిది, ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ వల్ల మనం లెసన్ లర్న్ చేసి మనం నెక్స్ట్ ఏ లెవెల్లో దాన్ని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయాలి. సో ఇట్లా కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అసైన్మెంట్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఐ గివ్ సమ్ డేటా బికాస్ సమ్ అటాక్స్ కి వీ కెనాట్, బికాస్ రియల్ టైమ్ లో జరిగిన అటాక్స్ కి మనం లైవ్ డెమో చేయలేం, ఎందుకంటే వీ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ డేటా, వీ కెనాట్ గెట్ డేటా, ఆర్గనైజేషన్ డేటా, ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ లైక్ సెన్సిటివ్. సో ఆ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అసైన్మెంట్స్ అయితే ఉంటాయి. బట్ నేను యాజ్ ఏ సెక్యూరిటీ అనలిస్ట్ నేను చెప్తాను కదా, మీరు ఫ్రెషర్స్ కాబట్టి వాట్ ఎవర్ you learn from online course, recorded sessions, whatever it is. But I don't know whether you'll get exposed or not. But whatever I have knowledge on exposure on all different kind of domains. I'm not having experience only into SOC. I have application security, I have cloud security, I have network security knowledge. Whatever knowledge I have, అన్ని షేర్ చేస్తాను with real time attacks. So when you have hands on or like at least not hands on everything, if you know ఒక అటాక్ ఎలా వస్తుంది, దాన్ని ఏం చేశారు, ఎట్లా మిటిగేట్ స్టెప్స్ తెలిసినా కూడా యు ఆర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 90% ఇన్ ఎ సిచ్యువేషన్ టు క్రాక్ ఎనీ ఇంటర్వ్యూ. ఎందుకంటే యాజ్ అ ఫ్రెషర్గా మిమ్మల్ని ఏం అడగరు. దే బేసికలీ దే చెక్ ద మోర్ నాలెడ్జ్ యూ హ్యావ్, ద బెటర్ ప్యాకేజెస్ యూ గెట్. దట్స్ వేర్ ఐఎమ్ గెట్టింగ్ ఎక్స్పోజర్. ఎంత ఎక్స్పోజర్గా ఉండి ఇప్పుడు అంటే ఇండస్ట్రీ ఎక్స్పోజర్ ఇక్కడ మీకు రావడం వల్ల మీకు త్వరగా మల్టిపుల్ ఆప్షన్స్ వచ్చే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. మరి మీరు ప్రోడక్ట్ బేస్డ్ కంపెనీకి పోయే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఎందుకంటే ఎంఎన్సి కంపెనీస్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసేది బుకిష్ నాలెడ్జ్, ప్రోడక్ట్ బేస్డ్ కంపెనీస్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసేది కొంచెం అడిషనల్ నాలెడ్జ్, లైక్ హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్, లైక్ రియల్ టైమ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉంటే దే విల్ షో మోర్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఆన్ యూ. అది దట్స్ వాట్ ఐ కెన్ గ్యారంటీ. వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ హ్యావ్ విజిబిలిటీ, ఐ హ్యావ్ విత్ నా సైడ్ ఏమున్నాయో అంతా ఐ విల్ గివ్ మెటీరియల్ టు యూ, అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ హౌ యూ డీల్. దట్స్ వాట్ మై ప్లాన్.
So still any questions you can go ahead because it is scheduled only for 40 minutes. So we are running out of time. So and we are left with only 3 minutes only. So whoever want, so whatever you want to ask, you can ask the questions. ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఇప్పుడు క్లారిటీగా ఏదైతే అడుగుతారో దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని మేము ఫర్దర్గా వెళ్ళాల్సి ఉంటుంది. సో మీకు ఎలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా రెజ్యూమ్ బిల్డింగ్, ఓకే. సో మా దగ్గర అయితే కనుక సో ప్లేస్మెంట్ అసిస్టెన్స్ కూడా ఉంది. సో మేమే రెజ్యూమ్ ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాం. సో ఎలాంటి టైప్ ఆఫ్ రెజ్యూమ్ ఉండాలి ఏంటి ఎట్లా ఏం కదా. సో అది బేసిక్ నుంచి అడ్వాన్స్ లెవెల్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రెజ్యూమ్. తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి సో మన జాబ్ సర్చ్ ఎలా చేయాలి ఏంటి ఎట్లా ఏమనేసి దానిపైన కూడా. అండ్ ఆల్సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ మై ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకుని నా రెఫరెన్సెస్ లో కూడా మేము రెజ్యూమ్స్ కూడా డిఫరెంట్ డిఫరెంట్ కంపెనీస్ కూడా నేను అంటే నాకున్న ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ తో పాటు చెప్తున్నాను, అందరికి పంపించడానికి కూడా ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంది. సో అంటే ఇక్కడ లక్ బై లక్ నేను పంపించేది ఒక 10 రెజ్యూమ్స్ పంపిస్తే వాళ్ళలో ఏదో ఒకటి పిక్ చేసుకొని ఎవరో ఒకరికైనా కాల్ రావచ్చు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ద థింగ్. ఇది మెయిన్ థింగ్. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే సాఫ్ట్ స్కిల్ ట్రైనింగ్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. సో సాఫ్ట్ స్కిల్ ట్రైనింగ్ అనేది వితౌట్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎనీ కమ్యూనికేషన్ వి కాంట్ ఈవెన్ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ అవర్ థింగ్స్ ఇన్ ద రియల్ టైమ్. సో లైక్ ఇన్ ఎంఎన్సీస్. సో దట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్. సో అది కూడా మేము ఇక్కడ కవర్ చేస్తున్నాం కోర్సులో. సో దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ చాయిస్, అప్ టు యూ. సో వెదర్ యూ వాంట్ ఓన్లీ ద టెక్నికల్ ట్రైనింగ్ and you don't want any communication from your side, so then we are going to drop it for you. So and we are going to so what we are going to do means we are going to remove the reducing the price of the course also. So that's what we are planning also. So still you have any questions?
సార్ అలాగే ఈ మోడ్ ఆఫ్ లెర్నింగ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది ఐడియా ఏమైనా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు సార్? లైక్ ఆన్లైన్ మోడ్ ఆఫ్లైన్ మోడ్ అని అందరికి.
సో యాక్చువల్గా సార్ అయితే వర్కింగ్ కాబట్టి ఈవెన్ ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో సో ద సేమ్ థింగ్. సో నేను కూడా మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్స్ ఆన్లైన్ తీసుకుంటాం మేము. బట్ మీరు ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్కి అయితే రావచ్చు, అక్కడికి వచ్చినా కూడా ఆన్లైన్లోనే క్లాసెస్ అయితే రన్ అవుతాయి. మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలనుకుంటే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో మీరు ఎంతసేపు అయినా ఉండి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయొచ్చు, అది నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో బట్ ద థింగ్ ఈస్ క్లాసెస్ అయితే ఆన్లైన్, మీకు రికార్డెడ్ వీడియోస్ ఇస్తాను. సో ఎవ్రీ సెషన్ రికార్డెడ్, సో లైఫ్ టైం ఉంటుంది మీకు, మీరు ఎన్నిసార్లు అయినా చూసుకోవచ్చు. సో మీకు ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కూడా ఇస్తామని చెప్తున్నారు. అదే అనమాట. మీకు ఇంకా
మెంటర్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ ఉంటుందా?
మెంటర్
ఇంటరాక్షన్ ఉంటుంది. మాక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ కూడా కండక్ట్ చేస్తాం.
ఓకే.
మాక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ అంటే లైక్ రియల్ టైమ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ, బికాజ్ నేను ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ తీసుకుంటాను బయట కంపెనీకి అందరికి, కాబట్టి మాక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ చేస్తే మీకు ఇంకో కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వస్తుంది. అదే దట్స్ వాట్ జాబ్ అసిస్టెన్స్ కూడా ఇస్తామని చెప్పాను.
అండ్ రన్నింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ టైం లెస్ దాన్ 1 minute. మీకు ఇంకా ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కూడా ఇంకొక సెషన్ కండక్ట్ చేస్తాను, అది సండే ఈవినింగ్ అయితే బెటర్ అనుకుంటున్నాను. సో అప్పుడు కూడా చెప్పండి, మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరికి ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయండి. ఇంకా ఏమేమి క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగాలని